I lived in San Francisco for probably about half my life, and have friends in the artistic community, friends in the tech community. So I have seen I've seen why the left wing turned on Silicon Valley. I've seen why Silicon Valley felt rebuked by the left wing and turned on them. YIMBY Democrats for America really are part of our mission is building a bigger tent and being able to go to Silicon Valley and say, hey, bail on fascism and sign up with Democrats who build. It's also about going to the furthest point left in the party and saying, look, the road to our long-standing progressive goals and that FDR era that you idolize, the road to that is abundance and what we call progressive abundance. In presidential elections, you've been further left than I have, right? You endorsed Bernie Sanders in 2016 for president. You were a co-chair of his 2020 presidential run.
Absolutely.
From your position with a foot there and a foot in abundance, I mean, how do you connect these dots?
Well, I connect them with the FDR vision. Look, abundance is an outcome driven philosophy. It says we need to build more and build faster. Now we can talk about how we get there. And abundance believes that one of the avenues is we need less restrictive zoning for building housing, that we need reform of things like CEQA in California that have been used for means to slow down projects, that we need to have the capacity to have permitting done in a faster way without compromising our environmental or labor standards. Some of that may mean increasing state capacity to be able to do it. But what it's saying is that we should not have a restrictive zoning and housing or a permitting process that makes it harder to build. And more broadly, that it's not simply enough to say, okay, we passed a bill and had money. We need to have measurable outcomes. We need to drive to outcomes to make sure that there's execution in building. And that's what FDR did. That's how he industrialized the country. Now, do I think that the abundance agenda is sufficient? No, I think you need federal financing. I think you need workforce development. I think you need government procurement. I think you need to have the local community figure out what economic development will take and have credentialing programs at community colleges and skills programs in a White House Economic Development Council. I call it a Marshall Plan for America with business leaders, government leaders, local leaders, academics. But the abundance part of it is one quiver in a vision to build. And I think that often what progressives are saying and what the abundance folks are saying are different parts, different quivers of something that we need, but in a vision to have new dreams and build big things in America. That's what's going to inspire people. It's not the technocratic, let's do permitting and zoning reform. It's let's be the nation like Kennedy years that are going to have new missions, do big things again.